What is good today, guys? Tanner Johansson back with another video. And today, as you can see, I am in Mexico City. Just kidding, you definitely would not be able to tell unless you were here with me. But yes, I am in Mexico City. It's quite lovely. But the point of this video is how to transition from the 9 to 5 life, being stuck in an office, stuck in a low-level job that you hate, making 30 to 50 grand, even 60 grand a month. How to actually transition from that to remote closing, travel the world, be on your own schedule, not have a bunch of bosses, make as much money as you actually want to make, and have a lot of fun doing it as well. And learn the most important skill you need to make any business you need in the future at any time. So it's like college on steroids. You get to travel the world, make a lot of money, and have fun doing it. And you're setting yourself up to build a great business in the future if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to build a business, then you can just keep doing sales and make even more money as you gain more experience. So let's jump right into it here. This is exactly how I did it, and this is how I would do it if I were to do it again. All right? So the first thing you need to do is learn basic sales skills. So this was me about a year ago on the right side here. I was working at Hooters, so yeah, I was actually a Hooters cook. If you've been watching my YouTube, you probably know that already. And by the way, guys, if you don't know what remote closing is, watch my other videos. I have a bunch that explain the business model overall and what it actually is, so go watch that. But this was me about a year ago, so I was working like 60, 70 hours a week in Hooters as a cook, just grinding away in the hot kitchen. And to be honest, it was actually a very fun life, but just because lots of pretty girls, talking to people, super fun, fast-paced, but I knew there was something more in life. I knew I wanted to travel the world, see things, experience things that most people don't get to experience. And I wanted to make more money than most people. So that's why I got into it. And the first thing you need to do is just learn basic sales skills. So you need to learn why people buy things, how to actually talk to them, like the actual tactics and the principles behind it. So it's pretty simple, guys. If you don't know how to sell, it is pretty simple, but this is the first thing that you need to do. And once you kind of learn that, maybe going through some trainings that I've created a whole course that teaches you how to actually sell and what selling is. But there's plenty of books out there. There's plenty of free YouTube videos, trainings, speeches on sales. So that's the first thing you need to do is just understand sales as a whole, because everything in life is sales. All right. And so once you kind of understand that, or kind of as you're understanding, you need to start looking for a role, because this is the most important part, because without a role, your sales skills are absolutely pointless and you're just going to be selling to the air. And you don't want to be selling to the air. You want to be selling to people with lots of money. And so this is how you land a role. Basically, you can start off as a setter. And how I would land a role is doing my YouTube outreach method, which landed me super high quality roles with super big traders in the space. Traders you guys would probably know if you're into trading, and I was closing for them. And it's how I've taught my cousin to land a role. He's actually in the other room over there. He's staying with me. I'm teaching him, and he's actually on an interview right now. He just started doing reach outs a week ago. I taught him everything A to Z, and he's already getting interviews left and right. So there's tons of need for it, and if you look in the right places and you go where no one else is looking, then the opportunities are endless. So if you have no sales skills, like me when I first started, I was literally just a kitchen cook fresh out of high school. You just start off as a setter. And even as a setter, you can make more money than most people make out of college, like a 4-year degree, right? So my first full month as a setter, once I found a high quality role, I made $8,000. And so that's why I put $8,000 here, because that's kind of the most I made as a setter. And then a couple months after that, I transitioned into closing. And the reason you want to do that is because when you're actually closing the deals, not just setting up the appointments, you're going to make a lot more money, and it's honestly easier. And so you can transition fairly quickly. This is just to kind of prove to the owners of the company you're working for, the influencer, the YouTuber, that you're a hard worker and you can actually prove yourself that you can perform, right? So that's all that is just to get your foot in the door, and then from there, if you do it right, if you do it properly, and you leverage your skills, then you can easily become a closer very, very fast and make 10 to 20K per month. And I've heard of closers making 50K a month, 60K a month. So you can definitely make more. This is what I've just found to be a realistic goal for 6 months out if you're brand new. All right. So that's the most important part, is landing a super high quality role. And then once you do that and you work hard, your freedom has been unlocked. So this is me in Thailand a couple months after I started online sales and I started making great money. I moved there. This was on one of the islands, so I was absolutely living it up. Had a scooter and just a random stray dog chilling. And then that was just when I was a setter, so this was like 6 months ago probably. And then obviously transitioned into closing. And this was in Dubai after I started making a lot more money. Rented a Ferrari, that was super fun. Flew in a helicopter, had pictures of that. So this was Dubai Marina, absolutely amazing. But the thing I love about closing is online is just because you can create your schedule, you can block off a week if you just want to enjoy, chill on the beach. And as long as you perform, you can really just set your schedule up however you want. All right. And then this was actually from my condo in Bangkok on the far right. So this is where I was living in Thailand, the big city called Bangkok. And this was the pool at my condo. So my condo was like 50 floors up. And that's the beautiful thing about closing as well, is that you can move to other countries that are super, super cheap. And even your $4,000 to $8,000 a month as a setter just starting out in your first couple months, you can literally live like an absolute king. Like I swear I had like a pretty much penthouse on like the 50th floor in Bangkok. It was only like $1,500 a month, and I was making $6,000 to $8,000 a month as a setter. So that's like nothing, right? I still was able to save a lot. I would go out to fancy dinners all the time, had a super nice gym, and the girls there are great. So you just live a really, really good life. Even if you want to stay in the US, you can still make as much as a doctor, and you're still going to be absolutely set. So that's why I love remote closing. And from there, you have the most important skill in the world, because life is sales, and you can pretty much just improve your life more and more and more as you go. So hopefully that helps, guys. If you want to book a call with me and actually learn how to do this from A to Z to see if you're a good fit for my mentorship, I'm going to have a link in the description below. So you can go there, book a call with me for whatever you're available for, and I'll just plan on talking to you then. All right, guys. Peace.